What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next war recap video. Let's get right into it. Ad Victoriam. Pretty fun war. They didn't quite get there. They had some struggle with our bases, but hey, it's a lot of people haven't seen custom bases from top to bottom before, and sometimes they struggle with that. So I get what's the case here. Cool group of guys though, and girls, I'm sure. They gave it their best effort. Good job to everybody on OneHive. Got all the 11s 2-starred. Got 10s at least 2-starred. Got a 3-star there as well. And then all the 9s 3-stars. So excellent job. Let's check out some attacks here. Number 4 was VIP. So close, actually. 86%. That's not bad on Town Hall 11, even when it's a design like this is not the hardest design to get in there and get a good percentage on. It's still 86%. You're not far off from that 3-star. Which would be pretty crazy. So comes in with the queen, the wall breakers there on the outside, easy to open that up without any trouble, and then just drops in that rage, has the healers on her, and she is going to get healed back up. You see the double giant bombs getting triggered there. Sees troops coming out, drops down that poison, slows down all that damage, lets the queen catch up, and then from there she's able to continue her walk, no trouble whatsoever. You see he did drop that quake on just the CC, some of those inferno towers. Actually, not the CC, the town hall, those inferno towers. Just softening that up. So when his troops get there, it's a little easier for them to just move through there, get to those Inferno towers, take them down as fast as possible. Because those are level 4 Infernos, and those do a crap ton of damage. You see the Golem and the Wall Breakers coming on the right side. More Wall Breakers on the top there. The Eagle Artillery is fired up now, so he's having to deal with that. But the Golem at this point is soaking up all that damage. That's what it was there for, basically. It's just to distract, let his queen continue forward, what she's doing. But right there, boom, she goes down. Now the Warden, the King, the Valks, all of that moving in, and fortunately the healers come over. There's no air defense really there to take them out really quickly, so they get healed back up from the healers there, and then now the Valks are moving their way in. He's able to just have that jump spell, let everything right to the core, keep them raged up. Here comes the large group of Valks. They're going to take out that Eagle Artillery with one swing. Unfortunately, his King does go down to that volley from the Eagle Artillery, but there's the freeze. Again, the Valks staying raged up, staying healed up, really, from these healers moving through, and the protection from the Grand Warden there gets way through the other side of this base. He's only at 56% here. He's going to go ahead and drop in a wizard and just let these Valks just continue on getting those heals. That protection from the Grand Warden is just really, really powerful. Unfortunately, they sort of skirt around this air defense and don't really take it down. He loses all of his healers there. Had that not happened, had that air defense been gone, probably would have been a 3-star. But gets a huge percentage and a very, very nice attack for sure. So everything's starting to peter out here at the end. 86%. Nicely done, VIP. All right, on to some 3-star action now. Dropping down a couple, checking out Mega Mo Money, doing her thing on number 7 here. Very nice. This is actually the one you saw from, I believe it was the live attack ASAP Aussie did on the Ninja Live video. Almost got this one done, and it's interesting because Megan actually switches it up here and goes from an air attack that he did to a ground attack, but the opener is pretty much the same. Comes in with his queen, drops down the healers, takes out that army camp just to push her the direction she wants her to go, and then from there, as she's able to get a pretty good section of the base taken care of before she starts in with her kill squad, her Valks, her King, her Golem, all of that good stuff. Dropping that one hog in there to pull out the CC troops, which is, technically we've talked about and seen a lot. Pulls it over, drops down the poison, which there is a skeleton there. There should be a witch there, and the dragon. So dealing with all of that, letting that dragon go down pretty quickly. Right there, boom, gone. And now the queen can continue on her way, start taking out some defenses, some high-value targets for this ground attack. Because, again, the core is really the threat here. Get the king and queen in there. CC's taken care of already, but the Inferno towers are there. They're level 3. That they are set to single Inferno. So this group of Valks that are going to come in is going to be pretty high value. It's going to take a long time for those 2 Inferno towers to take them out. And if Megan gets them raged up, which obviously she has 2 rages there, that is going to be huge for just moving them through that core super, super fast. Did lose one of her healers there, but took out the air defense that was doing the damage, and now the queen is continuing on her way. Not a lot of threat to her at this point. Just does drop those wall breakers in to let her continue into the base. But with the single point defense at a time, she's able to heal her up pretty quickly and goes ahead and drops that rage. I don't think she was in any danger of losing her queen, but it is going to move her through the base that much faster and get to that air defense and that sweeper that's causing a little bit of trouble. Golem down on the bottom, wizards create the funnel, the jump spells right there, the rage just waiting on these redheads that are going to move their way through. And here they come. just right into the base. The queen coming out obviously is a distraction here, but she's going to go down, and then the inferno tower is right next to it. I love the freeze on the single inferno tower. You cannot let that single inferno get on your queen. She will die so quickly. So that was beautiful. The Valks just continue to work their way through. They kind of peel off with the core here, but really that's not a big deal because the core is taken care of. The queen got one inferno tower, the Valks got the other, and the Valks have split here. Some of them are on the town hall still. A couple of hogs moving their way in. The king and the Valks were skirting around the base, but with the queen having her healers on her still, having those Valks and the king up, King's ability is still there. I mean, this base is done for. We'll fast forward as she pops that ability, gets through, takes out those last few defenses and trash buildings, and gets the 3-star. Nicely done, Megan Momani. All right. Let's see. Moving down a couple spots here to P4ND, doing it with air attack. For some reason, I don't know if it was just their base design this time or what. There was a lot of air attacks. When you see mostly Valks and ground and hog and all that stuff, this war I saw numerous air attacks, and this is just one of them. Coming in on the left side here with a golem, the wizards taking out some of those high HP buildings, taking out some of the trash, and directing everything right to the core. Does have the jump spell there to let everything in, and clearly wants to get in, get these 2 air defenses, get the queen taken care of. I think it was just more or less their base design and what was available. People just taking advantage of what was there. Sea troops coming out, they get in that poison, goes in and rages everything up there, taking those out really quickly. The king is taking a ton of damage, in my opinion, quite late on that king's ability, because you see that his rage is still there for quite some time after he dies, so should have had that much earlier. But the queen steps up and takes care of business. He gets both of these air defenses taken care of, gets that sweeper taken care of, and now he can start in with his air attack, coming in with lava hounds, balloons, all around the outside here. Goes in and pops that queen's ability. She's stuck on a town hall, though. Not going to get too much more value out of her. But she got her job done. 2 air defenses, the CC troops, the queen, all that down. You see this is a 9.5 with that maxed out Tesla pop in there. Some of them are maxed out, some are not. It does have a degree of difficulty, especially to an air attack, because balloons are so susceptible to those Teslas there. But coming around this sort of counterclockwise motion, dropping more hounds in, dropping more balloons in, keeping them raged, keeping them hasted, just moving as quickly as possible through the base. And as they close in on these last few defenses, really those last 2 archer towers are the only threat remaining. He does go ahead and drop that haste spell, moving those balloons along, and that is that. Then it's just cleanup time. He's got a pretty good spread. Got some wizards helping out, got some pups around the outside, and balloons up top. So nicely done there. P4ND, very solid air attack, getting the 3-star. All right, once that goes down right there, 3-star, we got a few more here we're going to check out. The next one dropping down a few spots is Sean, taking out number 14, and again with an air attack. Again, I told you guys there's just a lot of them this war, which I'm happy to see, because it shows that these things are still effective, and that hopefully when the base presents itself, even in a tougher range war, people are still looking for that and taking that path of least resistance and getting the highest number of fresh 3-stars and just consistent 3-stars as possible. You don't want to force that square peg into a round hole. If it's not there, don't try to make it be there. Just take what the base gives you. That's what these guys were doing this war, I believe, so that's good. Drops in the golems, the wizards, creates the funnel, the king and queen are going in. Again, right towards this double air defense setup with the queen there. So really easily going to get that taken care of, and the CC troops coming out here. Is a lava hound, going to take a little bit of time, but not a huge threat to anything really. The king's going to walk right past it, get onto that queen, which is good. The queen is taking out one of those air defenses. The golems are already got the other air defense. So 280's down, the queen's down. The CC troop, it'll be shortly taken care of as soon as it explodes into these lava hounds, or excuse me, these pups. But you saw the queen step out, walk around. That was his cue. Go ahead and send in your lava hounds and your balloons, because it's not going to explode now. There's no wizards in there. The queen's out. She's going to go down. She takes out some more defenses with her, so it was actually not a terrible usage for her. And the ability just to ignore that is there, and is actually quite good in this scenario, because the rest of his troops are, for the most part, air troops that this lava hound will play no factor in. So lava hound's coming in, balloons coming in. You see the haste spell there. He has 2 rage spells here. I mean, there's only 1 air defense left. He's got his last lava hound coming in. I like that nice long angle he's setting at, really trying to soak up any traps that there could be there. Good timing on the balloons to get there just right around the same time. Drops that one of those haste spells, but again, has those rage spells just sort of wait in the bag. And this right here, when I was watching, I was like, man, this is not looking real great right here. But again, with those rage spells, and just had that couple balloons he could drop in there, to get the job done. So the last Lava Hound is gone. Got no more real tanking, but he does have that haste spell and rage. Boom, boom, drops it right on top of him. A little bit off on that rage spell, but it was enough to get the balloons, the rage there over that expo. So that one drop bomb set takes it out, and now they can just take out these two ground unit defenses that can't even touch them. The pups are running around doing their thing. Drops in a few more troops. This one was close. This one was close. He was about out of gas, but did get the job done and got that 3-star. So I thought it was an interesting attack. Good job. All right. Moving down again here. Let's see. Number 20. NSR. NSR Hockey doing his thing. Taking this one out and doing it with the Go Vaha. Now, this one is a more traditional what we're seeing sort of the meta at Town Hall 9, bringing these hogs, bringing these Valks, and just sort of smashing the base out. Brings out the CC troops. It's that easy lure. Sees that it is that Lava Hound there. Drop it in the Quakes on this one. It's just sort of like a Southern Teaser turned on its side. It's top base. Not the strongest base I think ever, but I did like how he sort of approached it, came in from this side, drops down a wizard there. He's got to create his funnel, but he's sort of in a predicament here because he's not really prepared for this Lava Hound. But he does have to get that funnel created, and then he can ignore it. Then he doesn't have to worry about it. If this wants to be on his Valks the whole time, it's not a big deal. So he finishes off the funnel with his Valks, which I liked. He started it with his wizards and then finished it with his Valks, which pulled them towards the middle. He knew where they were going to go from there. They've got the benefit of the Quake opening all of it up. Drops a heal spell for him. You see he's trying to keep that queen away from that Lava Hound. He doesn't want her to engage it. Doesn't want to just sort of waste her time on it. As the king, the Valks move their way in. Here come the hogs on the backside. You see the Valks just sort of naturally went that direction, so he reinforces with his hogs sort of where they didn't go and where they weren't at, which was a good move, I think. Dropping down the heal spell for them, making sure they stay up. And up top, the queen finally locks on into that Lava Hound. So she's going to chase it around until it goes down as the king and the Valk sort of do their thing around the outside of the base. Continuing to drop those hogs in, continuing to keep them healed up. Now, the Valk's not going where he wanted them to. The queen's still there. She's still in there. Luckily, she's only a level 12 queen. Otherwise, this could have been trouble because you see the hogs are getting depleted very quickly. But most of the defenses go down in time. To where it's just this on the backside here. He still has this queen up. He still has those Valks up. He still has his king up. These Lava Hounds pups are sort of running around doing a little bit of damage, but the queen's picking those off pretty quickly. And now as the defending queen engages, that is going to draw the fire from his queen, which once she takes that down, a few shots, it'll go down, and that is that. So again, another close call. I like showing these for some reason. I don't know why. I just sort of was in the mood, I guess. But another close call that went the attacker's way. Just had enough juice to get the job done. All right, one more for you. One more, excuse me, and we will wrap this up. Boss on number 23 and doing it. Look at this attack. This is crazy. 36 balloons. What? I mean, I know this is a low-level base, but this is insane. 36 balloons. All right, comes in with one balloon on this air sweeper, trying to get in with that done. And it's also just a CC lure. So he didn't get the bomb off, didn't get the extra taken care of, but he did get the clan castle lured out. So he's got a poison. He's obviously got his got some wizards he can take care of it with. He can do it a couple different ways. His queen, whatever he wants to do. But up top here, goes ahead and drops down his golem. The wall breaker, excuse me, sorry guys, I'm getting choked up here. The wall breakers did get tossed to that spring trap there, but there comes the king, the queen, the poison for the CC troops, going to take care of all that, plus that super exposed queen up there. She's going to go down. And now, the funny thing is, he's really not even worried about this core, because you see he's got 4 lightning and a quake. He's going to take all of that out with just those spells. So all those air defenses, I don't know, this base designer, Jake the Snake, I don't know if he's not seen attacks like this or seen how easily people can take care of core air defenses in a multitude of ways. But I like what he did here. He could have went ahead and dropped those lightning and quakes earlier, but he just kind of started just deploying his loons in, which is fine. Because, I mean, they're going to take out all the outside defenses, even with those core ADs, because they're so far away. They're not going to hardly be targeting them until they almost get on top of the defenses. But even then, he's got 10 loons left, and this base is pretty much done. I don't think you'd have to deploy another loon if you didn't want to. His queen's still going around doing some cleanup. Only one defense left, and then he just sort of spams. Watch this at the end here. Right? Sends these loons in after all the defenses are gone. He sort of spams them all around the base. I don't even know what that was. It was funny though, but very, very funny. Just sort of entertaining attack from boss there. Nothing too spectacular, but 36 loon attack, kind of funny to watch. All right, guys, that is it. Good try to add Victorium. Good job to everybody at OneHive. Hopefully a nice arranged war for you this weekend, so be looking forward to that. Definitely going to be streaming some of it, and I have a nice recap, so hope you guys are there. Until then, Jake from OneHive doing my best to help you guys suck less.